councillors on Hawkesbury City Council, and I bring the greetings of the Mayor, Barry Calvert, who couldn't be here himself this evening, but knew, because of my affinity with Oakville and Oakville Scouts, that I will be an acceptable substitute. And this is a well-worn gimmick, and I know I do this every time I come here. But you see, I'm really quite proud of the fact that I'm not simply a former Scout, but that I'm a former first Oakville Scout. And of all the badges or hats that I could wear, this is the one that I'm most proud of in this setting. So I have some certificates that I want to present, but I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes reflecting on what it is that you guys are doing here. And I'm largely addressing the young people in the room, and the adults can kind of nod along if you agree. You see, I think that this is an appropriate time to reflect on the role of the doers in society. People use the phrase lifters and leaners, and I don't particularly like that language because it paints things in a very positive or negative light. I think the great challenge that our society has are between people that are in the arena and they're doing things, and then people who are simply passive and who simply watch, and whose experience of life is mediated through the screen of their smartphone. And that's the great challenge that we have. I am of the belief that two hands applied at work, helping your community, helping your family, self-improving, two hands at work like that do a better job than 100 hands clasped in prayer. That it is better to be judged than to be overlooked. And when I was thinking about the advantages of being a doer in society, I was reminded of a quote by Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was an American president about 100 years ago, cut, I think, from much the same cloth as Lord Baden-Powell up here. They certainly look very similar with their uniform and their flat-brimmed hat, very outdoor people. And Teddy Roosevelt said that it isn't the critic that counts. It isn't with the person who points out how the strong person stumbled or how the doer of deeds could have done them better. No, the credit deserves to be with people who are in the arena, who are engaged in the great enthusiasms, who knows what it's like to come up short again and again, because there is no effort without error, but at the best knows the triumph of high achievement, and if they lose while daring greatly, and whose lot will never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. So any organisation in our society that encourages young people to engage with their fellows, to be interested in the community around them, to do their part, I think is very, very praiseworthy. And every time I come here, my heart is warmed. I agree with Susan. When you see young people criticised, I instead think of the good work that young people like you guys do, and the way that you are turning into wonderful young adults who are going to continue to be engaged and leading your communities. And I think the future is very bright if it's led by young people such as Gabby and James. And in recognition of that effort, I have these certificates here, if you could stand up, that I bring from the desk of the Mayor, but on behalf of Hawkesbury City Council, which is your local community. Let's see, Gabby, this one is yours. I'm going to shake your hand properly. And James, this one must be yours. So well done to you both. Very proud of you, and love the shape of people that you are turning into. So